closing out D.
I'm getting there.
All right, what do y'all got?
Talked a lot about Connor and how good of a back he is, but they've run the quarterback quite a bit too. Do they use him a lot of read options?
He's their second leading rusher.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's done a great job. I mean, he'll extend some plays and just take off, and they'll do some zone read stuff with him also. So he's very capable of making a lot of plays with his legs.
How much can you guys really do to slow down a guy that's running in Connor the way he is against everybody?
Yeah, I know. It's you watch him on film and it's scary because he's done it against everybody they've played, and they've done it. You know, they pride themselves on what they're doing. You know, so that's what they're going to hang their hat on, and we got to do everything we can to slow them down.
Is part of that a little bit of the scheme change that we've talked about the last week?
Part of it's an adjustment. Yeah.
A little bit more beef on the field.
What's that?
A little bit more beef on the field too.
I don't know. We'll see.
I was kind of going to ask that, just the challenges their offensive line presents, and Connor's size.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're talking about, I mean, they're all, you know, maybe their smallest guy up there's 305, maybe they're up to, you know, they got a couple of 325s, 315s. They're big up front. Then your tight ends are 260, 270. The fullback's 270, and Connor's 250. That's a lot of meat up there now. A lot of meat, and they're going to come off the ball and try to mash you.
Big picture-wise, are you okay with the size you guys have on defense overall, or is that something in recruiting that you want?
I mean, if this was the style of offense that I was going to play every week, then I'd want to be much bigger, you know. But nowadays, you don't have that luxury because you got, you know, every team has some type of different challenge offensively, whether it's spreading you out or the triple option or, you know, a big mash you, a powerful team. I mean, so you gotta have the happy medium. I mean, you gotta be able to attack all three of them with what you do.
What's the most similar team that you've played so far?
It would be Miami with the style that they are. Yeah, it would be Miami.
Running a lot between tackles. But
certainly
not as big.
He'll bounce the ball outside and take it outside anytime. I mean, he can run now.
They use the dive play to do a lot of things from it, though, right?
Yes.
I know you've talked about one game and you guys focus on their job, that one play, that one game, but how much do you talk to them at all about the stakes of the last couple games, bowl eligibility? They know what's at stake, but do you address it?
Not really. I mean, you know, they're old enough to know what's going on, so I would hope they know. But I mean, we really have spent a lot of time focusing on ourselves and focusing on what we do and how we can be better, and you know, and then just getting ready for Pitt. That's enough to worry about.
By the time you guys run out of the tunnel Saturday, it would have been 2 home games in 70 days. Any added element of excitement, the fact that guys are actually
I think they're fired up. Well, first of all, they're really anxious to get back out there and play, you know, and prove to people who they are. And then to be able to do it at home, I mean, that's special. I mean, you know, we're running out of games, and we only have 2 more at home, you know, in this whole season. I mean, there's only 2 more opportunities that you're going to be in that stadium. And for some of these guys, it'll be the last time ever.
Do you think the weight of just being away a lot, so much the last couple of months, has played on some of the younger guys?
Maybe so. I don't know. I don't put a whole lot of stock in it, really. I don't think about that. I mean, because it doesn't really matter. I mean, you got to go back to the old deal of it. It doesn't matter where you play or when you play or who you play or what time, what the surface is. I mean, they're playing the same. I mean, you're going to have 11 guys out there. They're going to have 11 guys out there, and whoever handles it the best and who makes the fewest mistakes, is the most physical team who's going to be successful.
Health-wise, at this point of the season, are you about as good as you can potentially be?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, I've been in seasons where we've had more injuries at this time, and I've been in seasons where I've had less. So, I mean, it's another one of those things you really can't spend a lot of time worrying about because it is what it is. And, you know, that's one thing, you know, when you talk about building depth in your program, you're always trying to have that next guy ready. And you know, if somebody does go down, I mean, we can't spend a lot of time worrying about him. It's the next guy's got to get ready. He's got to play.
You said you were pleased Monday with some of the reps that Damian's gotten at running back. You continue to be pleased with what he's done?
He's done a nice job. I mean, you know, Damian's a guy that has played the inside receiver. He's played the outside receiver. He knows all of it. And he's been able to jump back in at running back and take snaps back there throughout practices throughout this year to keep himself fresh on what he's doing back there. So, he's a guy that knows it all back. So he can jump into any position that we need him to and fill a spot.
Switz said that the Miami game stuck with him a little bit more than other ones had.
That's good. That's good.
Have you sensed that from any of the other guys, though, about, I mean, it was kind of a jarring way to lose considering the way you all played for 2 weeks before?
You know, no, I haven't really. I mean, it's not like something I've heard anybody talking about or the way they've reacted. I mean, because we went into an open week and we had a purpose for that week and what we wanted to accomplish, and I thought the guys did a good job with that. And then it was from that point on, it's been focused on Pittsburgh. So there hadn't been a lot of talk or thoughts about the past, other than when y'all asked me about it.
Are we good?
Thanks, guys.